Hey guys, it's Vinny.
And this is Joe.
In this episode, we're talking about the fact that we absolutely believe that Goku must, and we mean must, have a new form. We're not predicting this in the sense that we're saying, oh, we think we know what they're going to do. We're saying if they don't give Goku a new form, if Toriyama doesn't write in a new form for Goku, things that are happening now will make absolutely no sense, because Joe and I are seeing enough problems with God Form Blue that Goku's in, where others are basically combating him and actually beyond him when they shouldn't be, and it's pointing to the fact that there must be another form in order for things to make sense down the road. And so we want to paint this picture for you. Mainly, the evidence that we're seeing is coming from the battles that Goku is going through. So we're going to start off with the most recent, going backwards. Recently, Goku's fighting Kale. Kale goes berserker. She goes female Broly. She's running towards Goku. Now, Goku is not taken by surprise on this one, okay? He is looking at her in the face. He powers up, goes straight up God Blue form, and he doesn't try to kick her or punch her or trip her. He tries to do a Kamehameha wave in her face as she's running towards him. There should be no question what should happen here. We're talking about an inexperienced fighter who has been in this form only once before, has no mastery of it, no control over it, against God Form Blue Kamehameha wave coming straight at you. And what happens?
I mean, she just walks right through it. Like, it's absolutely nothing. And I just was stunned when I saw this. I was like, what is this? Like, how strong is Blue Form? Is it able to do nothing now to anybody? I mean, I've never seen anything like this, where Goku can do a Kamehameha right in front of somebody, and they just push it off like it's nothing. It's just like, what's the point
Maybe
now?
if he was like base form, Super Saiyan 2, but not powered up full Blue form and then just right in her face, and it just doesn't make sense. So if Blue is his final form, if there's nothing beyond this, guys, it just doesn't make sense. You can't have a character like Kale physically matching him, and there's nothing beyond that. He has to have something beyond that, and if they don't write that in, it doesn't make any sense. And Kale's not the only one, because similar stuff happens when he fights Android 17.
Yeah, if we go back to when he meets up with 17, they actually fight each other, and he's in his Blue form for a while fighting, and he's actually able to keep up with it. And when that happened, it really made me think, how strong is Blue form? Like, if he was going to fight Beerus, would Beerus and him be able to fight in Blue form? For a while, I thought, yes, that should be what Blue form is. Beerus can fight. Beerus would ultimately win, but they could actually fight each other. Let's go back a little bit to Bulma's party, and let's say Android 17 showed up, and then Beerus showed up. Would Android 17 be able to fight Beerus a little bit compared to everybody else who he took out so easily? Would that make sense to us? Because based off of what we're seeing, that's what it almost looks like.
I mean, at this point, we can't, it's not even like we're supposing at this point. We have to say that Android 17, before Goku went Blue form, must have been, if not one of the strongest person on planet Earth at that time. Because Goku, before he went God form, Android 17 is competing with him in Blue form. I mean, he's matching him in his Blue form. So before Goku ascended to that level, we must now make the supposition that 17 was stronger than Goku at that time. Meaning, if he did fight Beerus, he would have been at, say, what? You know, we're seeing these levels that are beginning maybe a 5 compared to Beerus's 10 or something like that. And Blue is like a 6 maybe in that area. I mean, that we're seeing and possibly these are precursors, and these have always been precursors to the fact that there's something beyond Blue. And we're not going to go in depth in this, but we did see a little bit of something with Krillin as well.
Correct.
Not as much, you know, but he did a Kamehameha wave.
Yeah, and basically they were being held there for a little bit, and then obviously Goku's took it over, and then Android 18 was actually able to hit it out of the way, which is a little bit of a, wow, Android 18 was actually able to hit the Kamehameha. I mean, I'm not so sure about that either.
These recent fights, they're just, with Goku in Blue form, it's just not adding up. And really, if it's going to make sense at all, he's got to have another form. When he fought Goku Black, it made sense. You know, he powered up, he got used to the form.
Yeah, I mean, they battled multiple times. They at first he was losing in blue form, then they came back. He started competing against him, learning his form, learning how he attacks, and it was a good showing of him learning the blue form and getting stronger in it, and I loved it because it was a great development.
It made complete sense to the characters. It made complete sense for the viewers. It all added up. But these recent fights, they are not adding up. It's like 2 + 2 is 7 here. It's not adding up unless there is something beyond this blue form, and this blue form isn't everything we think it is, or it's panning out to be, and maybe there will be some explanation to that, and maybe we'll see it from Whis or someone else, where they'll tell us, like, listen, blue form, you know, it wasn't necessarily the strongest form, but it was maybe this stepping stone towards something that Goku is going to reach. That would make sense to me. Everything we're seeing points to that. But if Goku doesn't move beyond this, then we must as fans accept at this point that Kale is in her berserk mode physically stronger than God Blue Form Goku, and Jiren handled her like nothing, which makes sense. See, Jiren's power makes sense. Goku God Blue doesn't make sense unless there's more to his character and another ascension that's gonna happen soon, because it has to happen in order for all this previous stuff to make sense.
Yeah, you really have to make the comparison here of how Jiren took out Kale with this one blast without trying. She got knocked out. I mean, completely. But Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, Kamehameha, she walks through it. There's such a power difference here between the two that Jiren shouldn't even have to really fight Goku. Actually, it should probably end in 2 seconds, even if he went Super Saiyan Blue, because just Jiren, based off of that 2-second reaction, is just so beyond it that it's not even funny. So there has to be something, or else the fight between Jiren and Goku doesn't make sense.
We hope you hear what we're saying here, guys. We're not necessarily saying that we're predicting or we believe. We're saying if it doesn't happen, it doesn't make sense. Therefore, it must happen. Because at this point, based off of all the precursors and the battles we've seen, it's revealing to us that blue is not what it's all about. Blue is something different. You can't put blue up there on a pedestal and say, oh, that's the ultimate. It's not. We are being shown time and time again that it's not. It's something else. What it is, we don't really fully know yet, but when Goku reaches the next level, we probably will. If there is no next level, that will make no sense. So we're calling it here now, based off of all these previous fights. I hope you guys are feeling what we're saying. Please leave your comments below on this one. Tell us, do you agree with us, or do you think we are way off? You're seeing something different. We want to know your thoughts, all right? And if we see someone posting something really good down there, we might even bring it up on a future episode, because we actually really care about what other viewers think about these episodes and think about what we're reviewing about. So please leave a comment. We hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's Vinny.
And this is Joe.
Until next time.